Doesn't seem to be building any air pressure. Like it's leaking out of this pressure switch. Now let's get set up and tear into that and see if we can find out what's leaking. Okay, it looks like it's got a little square screw in there. Take that cover off. Let's see what we got on the top. Looks like there might be some mice in there. Yeah, it looks like we got one screw up top there. Okay, let's get you over here on the stand and we'll start taking this thing apart. Okay, we got a square head bit. Okay, now get over the other side there and take that top off. That one looks like a T20 Torx. It is. There goes our screw. I got it. And it does look like we had a mouse in there. Okay, I'm going to get that all cleaned out and then I'll bring you back. Okay, I got that top all cleaned out. And there were two more T20 screws in this cover. There was one, I don't know if you can see it, up in there. There's a hole. And one right there. So they're both out now. Now this cover will come right off. Put you back in here and we'll start it up and see if we can determine where the leaks are. Alright, I'm going to let that build some pressure and we'll come back and see if we can determine where the leaks are. Okay, we got some pressure in there now, and it appears we have a leak right here. And it's caused by the motor mount being broke under here. It goes right there. Right on there. That one's got a tab on it with a rubber. So we're going to have to manufacture something there, because this is an aluminum chassis on this. And it broke right off flush, so we'll come up with something and repair that. And the leak over here appeared to have healed. It might have been this relief that was leaking. So let's see if we can come up with to put a bracket on that, reposition that where it's supposed to be, and repair that leak. Okay, I think I come up with something that we can use to manufacture a bracket for this thing. Let's see. That up in the air a little bit for us. I'm thinking using this plywood cleat, a piece of hose inside of it, and then it can go around this metal plate. That's the way this is mounted, with a piece of rubber, and then there's a screw in the back that holds the whole thing in place. But I'm thinking this could probably go right in like that with the rubber hose on it. If I can push it ahead a little bit and set down on that, and then we'll take a self-tapping screw and mount that to the base of that. Okay, it sounds good in theory. Let's see if we can make it work. Bring you over to the bench, see if we can build this thing. Alright, let's see if we can bend this thing into shape. Without dropping it. Side for a tab, and bend the other side over. Yeah. Now we're going to need a piece of hose. The width of that. Okay, we're going to have to slot that, the width of that metal over there on the compressor. This way. of there. Get a better cut on it. Yeah, now that should fit right around the metal, like that. I'm going to just put a hole in this. Okay, now just pull this over to the compressor, mount that, and then put a self-tapping screw into the chassis of that compressor. Move you over there. Okay. See if we can get that mount on there. I'll move this up out of the way. Probably slide the rubber on first. Clamp in. Let's let this down. And we'll put a self-tapping screw right in there, and that should hold that in place. Okay, no more flopping around. Let's see if we can adjust that leak now. Wonder if we can just tighten it. Okay. Let's start it up and see what happens. Well, that one was a little stubborn. I believe we got it. We put some more pressure on it. See any more leaks, and there is our rubber mount. It seems to be holding that pretty well, and similar to the existing one. Okay, I'm going to put it all back together and I'll bring you back. We'll run it up to pressure and make sure we and use it as an air compressor. Okay, it's all back together. And I ran it up to pressure so we didn't have to listen to the noise. And it's now sitting at, I don't know if you can see that, 150 psi. And seems to function properly, no more leaks. And let me just get a hose and make sure we can get some air out of it. Do this two-handed, single-handed. There we are, fully functional compressor sitting on the side of the road, fixed. See you in the next one.